Alright guys, welcome to the last part of the Grundy tutorial made by yours truly, where we'll be discussing his tips, tricks, and combos. First, I did forget to do this on the last video, but I think I can go with it now since it is a type of a trick. I'm going to be discussing Solomon Grundy's trait. Solomon Grundy's trait is basically the start for his chain grapples, which is what his main tools for real damage is for Grundy, and also type good combo enders, which is why you want to do it with Grundy. Regular trait is basically the start of grab, but basic damage right there, since it is just a start. Yeah, when you're close to them, any way you can, it doesn't matter what it is, if you can get the grab, lead up to so much damage by you can. Which let's go to his chains. Alright, his chains go by power chain, defense chain, and healing chain. Let me see if I can get the order right for them, though. Let me see. Okay, I can get them right. Alright, his power chain, let alone for this, tips about Grundy's trait. Whatever chain you do, they have different effects on Grundy afterwards. So basically, I would lead by example with the power chain. I'm going to do the power chain combo, which is forward back 3. I mean, forward back 3. Forward back trait. And then down forward trait. Now you see the icon right there with the fist and the ×2. It means that I have a power boost by God knows what. But it basically means I have a power boost ×2 on every normal I do on the opponent. Which means everything I do after that will be added more damage with it. I will lead by example right now. Let me just execute the power chain again. No, wait. Alright, let's do the basic combo into cleaver spin. That does 21 damage. Now let's do power chain and see the damage after. Alright, now let's do the same combo I did before after power chain. It does 25 damage. It went from 21 to 25. This is the boost that you need to honestly end games faster. Like, you'll be amazed on how much damage Solomon Grundy can do with power chain equipped. Alright, that's power chain. Now we're going to go to healing chain, which is basically down trait for the first chain, and then up trait for the second chain. It didn't let me do it for some reason right there. There we go. Healing chain basically is any damage inflicted to Grundy will be reduced by a fraction. It's not really much reduction, but it is there. Like, I would go by example right now. Let me switch to record. Well, I messed that up. Well, yeah, let's do that again. Alright, that did 10%. That little combo I did right there, that failed combo with Batman I did right there was 10%. Now let's equip power healing chain on and see the damage reduction. Alright, now let's go to record. Playback. See, it does 8% damage now after healing chain. So yeah. This is honestly his recommended chain to do because besides the power chain, the healing chain does the most damage out of all 3 of his chains. So yeah, it's honestly recommended to do his healing chain because I don't know why they felt the need they needed to do that, but his healing chain does the most damage out of all his chains. Alright, now we're going to go to his defense chain, which is basically down-up trait for the start, and then up-down for the ending. This chain allows Grundy to take less damage on block, which is almost completely useless if you ask me. But I'm not gonna lie though, this trait is honestly good for, you know, ending the game with if you want to like show disrespect, because it is kind of a disrespectful move. That's mainly the reason I use it for. Like, if I'm getting mad at somebody and I'm beating him in the game, and I know I'm gonna beat him with the last trait grabs, I'm gonna do a defense chain just to say, oh, screw you, I beat you, now eat some swamp water. But yeah, other than that, the less damage on block doesn't really seem like a good idea for any case, because it doesn't really matter since everything in this game pretty much chips you even when you're blocking, even normals, which is a stupid idea. So yeah, defense chain not recommended. Power chain, sort of. Healing chain, definitely recommended because it has like the most useful effect out of all of them. Alright, that sums up all of Grundy's traits. Now we're gonna go to some tricks. Grundy doesn't have many. I pretty much did discuss one before, which is his wake up game, or on their wake up game. Pretty much what I said was you have a 50-50 like most of the casts in the game, where you can get a good combo going from a high or a low, which is what I'm going to do right now. And right there, like I said, you combo into trait. That was his low, so let's do this again with a high this time. Well, I did that wrong. And basically, yeah, his on wake up game is actually very good. If you actually can mix it up a lot, you can actually do a lot of damage to the opponent with Grundy, since you are in his face, and you can decide to do whether a high or a low. That was the low, and the high right there. So Grundy on mix up game is actually where he's going to be the most threat at. Alright, other than that, let's see. There's not really much for tricks for Grundy, so let's see. Oh yeah, this is actually a little trick that it's actually very useful, and it deals with walking corpse. It is called the WCC, which is the walking corpse cancel. Basically, what you do is you input walking corpse, and while you do it, you do down back, and it actually stops Grundy from doing the grab ending, and actually leaves him on neutral stance. Well, I just failed it right there. It leaves him on neutral stance, so you can actually be safe on the end of it, or you can actually, if they're expecting a grab, they're gonna be mind blown and they see you do normals instead. That's actually a very good trick for getting your opponent to think otherwise. Like, they're gonna expect a grab, but all of a sudden they're getting normal. And the good thing about this cancel is that you still retain armor for the walking corpse. So it's actually very, very good. Alright, now to the main part, because I think everybody wants to see this, is basically Grundy's combos, recommended combos. Some which require meter. His most damaging combos, at least from me, come from 2 meters. But I'll show you some of the basic ones. I'll even input the inputs on the screen for you in case you want to know. Alright, let's start with the basic. And that would pretty much sum up mostly all of Grundy's advanced combos. If I missed one, I'm sorry. Like, it's just so hard to come up with some at the time right now. And that will be all for that. Unless you want to get into some more details on his last thing I want to leave off, which is his super. Basically, Grundy super is, what is it called? Yeah, I forgot what it's called. I literally forgot what's his move called. Okay, Gravedigger. Basically, he gets this little cinematic scene going. Basically, through this whole mode of him using his meter, he has armor. There's like, this is where his unlimited armor comes from. Basically, you get this activated. You have the chance to grab your opponent from the start on the floor, which you'll be going to a little bit right now after this super is done. Alright. And this is the trick with Grundy super. The fact that, if they want to be jump happy, you can honestly go for the jump and grab there as well. They say Grundy super, when he activates it, he has more improvement on his speed, like his walking speed. I don't see it. What I do see is that they make his jump more like fluent and more like he travels further. That's what I see. So if you want to move in with Grundy fast, definitely jumping in would actually show it. Like, just look how he walks normally. Doesn't even look that fast. Walking back, yeah. But jumping, look at that. That's just ridiculous right there. What I would recommend is that you should have at least the power chain on when you do the super. Like, I'm going to do the super right now with nothing on. Alright, now let's go with power chain equipped.
Born on a Monday, christened on Tuesday, buried on Wednesday.
And look at the difference. He did about like 36 damage without power chain. Now look at the difference. He does 44 damage with super, with the power chain equipped. Now, what I definitely recommend is, well, you can combo into it, but unfortunately, you can only do this. That's pretty much what you can do only. But what I recommend using the super for is like when they have a little bit health left, you get the knockdown, and when you're close, activate super, because it will definitely help when you're doing that up closer to their face and when they're getting up. Because even if they try to wake up, you're going to have the armor anyway, and you're going to be able to grab them. So yeah, on their wake up, like I said before, that's where you use the super at. And I guess that pretty much sums up all Grundy material that I can have to offer, since I do main Grundy in this game. I hope you guys found this information helpful, and I hope that you will find the time to actually put more effort into Grundy, since I have heard a lot of people say they wanted to use Grundy but they weren't sure what to do, which I find impossible, because Grundy, I'm not gonna lie, is the easiest character to learn for beginners in this game. Not trying to diss anybody, but yeah, it is kind of true. Grundy is very easy to learn in this game. But yeah, other than that, hopefully you find this enjoyable. Hopefully you found this guide helpful. And I hope that you put the time to put Grundy on for your arsenal. Alright, that's all for now. This is Tilda Blaze, aka FMGP Blaze. Peace out, guys.